The truth about the Kadiba Stadium is what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Brian. This is Brianetic Sports. And of course, yes, a lot of people have been asking where the project is, what is the status of the project. And today we are going to be looking at exactly what has transpired through the years to come to this interesting stadium. And of course, it is a partnership between FUFA as well as the Namiembe Diocese that offered the land that is supposed to be having this interesting facility. It is supposed to be a training facility for the Uganda Cranes as well as sports development. Just like you see the Njero Technical Center, this is also supposed to be a project that supports that. And of course, it was an event that was colorful for them to come out and of course confirm that this project is going to be initiated. And of course, on the official groundbreaking ceremony, they confirmed through Vicar Reverend Festo Kalungi, who was a representative from the Namiembe Diocese that offered the land. He came out and confirmed that, of course, they're going to be supportive in providing the piece of land as well as any other support to see that these projects come to pass. And then, of course, the man in charge of FIFA project, Mr. Justus Mugisha, came out and also confirmed that the funds were readily available because the funds were coming in from FIFA. So he came out and confirmed that the funds are already available and the contractor is going to be given the funds for him to begin the project. Of course, Cranes Construction Company was one of the companies that were given that job for them to construct the stadium. And of course, they also confirmed through the engineer Ibrahim Kabugo, the project engineer. He came out and confirmed that already the funds are available and they will require over 4.4 US dollars for them to complete the stadium. That is an equivalent of 15.4 Uganda billion shillings for them to really complete the project. It is already been confirmed that the first phase of the project was supposed to be funded and already the funds were available. That is why you saw the project kicked off immediately, just like Mr. Justus Mugisha said. But it wasn't only the project that was undertaken by FUFA. It was another project that was undertaken with other projects like the 20,000-seater stadium all the way in Lugazi. That was also supposed to be kickstarting, which has not yet been started on. And of course, another beach soccer facility all the way in Chituburu in Tebe. It was also another project that was supposed to be initiated through this interesting venture. You'll ask a lot and question yourself where the money was going to be coming from. Through the FIFA Forward program, they managed in 2017 to acquire another piece of land. I'm talking about the FIFA offices. In 2017, they acquired 0.15 acres of land just closer to their existing offices for them to expand a little bit and have more space for the staff that was kind of like increasing. And of course, in 2022, we managed to see the inspection by one of their FIFA General Secretary by the names of Samura coming in, and she came out and of course toured the premises and of course officially opened the premises, the new offices, as well as touring the other projects that were supposed to be undertaken by FUFA. And of course, when I talk about the other projects, the Kadiba Stadium was one of the few that were supposed to be inspected. It was inspected, and of course, not only did the FIFA officials inspect it, but even the parliamentary committee came out and inspected to see the progress, because it's money that comes into government, it's money that comes into an entity that is governed by government, so they need to see what the progress is. But since then, we've been having a slow progress. We've not been having updates of what is really happening, and the questions have really come in, and there've been a lot of questions of where we stopped when it comes to the production and construction of this interesting stadium. But of course, the criticisms as well have come in into FUFA. A lot of people coming out and saying that FUFA, in their bid to, of course, to develop the game, they've overlooked the fact that all the monies that are coming are going into projects that directly benefit FUFA other than the game itself. They've excluded the clubs from the funding, because some people want this fund to come in and develop the clubs, but not projects like stadiums and offices and all that stuff. So that is another criticism that has also come into play. Then there's also been talk of the way the monies have been used. Some people are saying that, of course, the accountability is not exactly the way it's supposed to be. A lot of monies have not been accounted for. But of course, Mr. Moses Mago came out and talked about how their structures have been made with having auditors, internal auditors before. It's a three-way auditing system. The internal auditors, then of course, government comes in and audits them, and then FIFA as well comes in and audits them. So he came out and, of course, in one of the programs and confirmed that in there. Of course, the question would be, why is the building stalling? And of course, Mr. Ingia Moses Magoge, in one of the programs on FIFA TV, came out and confirmed that it's because of the funding. The funding was supposed to be a three-phased funding, and already now, according to FIFA, they are going to be releasing another type of monies, of course, to help them complete the project. The reason why the project stalled is because the money stopped coming. Now, FIFA came out and announced a $2 billion US budget that was supposed to be catering for more development of programs in countries that are affiliated to FIFA. And of course, they increased the budget to over $2 billion US for 2023 and 2026 cycle in the FIFA Forward program. And of course, it's supposed to be called the FIFA Forward 3.0 program. That, of course, is supposed to be something that starts as soon as possible. It was laid down by Infantino, the FIFA president, and confirmed that at least every nation that is affiliated to FIFA is going to be getting something like in fact, $6 million US to finance their projects. One of the reasons why the Kadiba Stadium is very important in our local game is because we've not had so many apart from the Njeru Technical Center, we've not had a lot of centers around, especially the central region, where all the activities, especially in the world of football, usually are. We've not had another next level center where we can have young kids, we can have young footballers come into play, and we cannot have, of course, the national teams as well as the technical people come in a place all together, a place that has offices, a place that has a meeting point for them to develop the game. So the reason why such a project was initiated is to develop the game, especially with the way things are happening these days. You need to have a lot of young people into the game. So that is why the Kadiba Stadium was so much very important, and a lot of people are not coming out and talking about the progress of the stadium because they want really to criticize FUFA with the way things are happening, but they are just in need of seeing progress. A lot of people really want to see the progress because such projects in Uganda have stalled and we've not even got answers. I'll give you an example. When you look at the Chitubulu Beach Soccer Arena that was supposed to be constructed, still the progress is not there. So the reason why a lot of people question and come in and look for answers is because these facilities are supposed to be elevating the game. We need to see localized academies, just like you see the FA of England now focusing more on the youth players and young players and their underage teams performing to their best. We have our own performing teams. We have our under 20 that has just completed the All African Games, and the way they've been performing, you see the ladies as well, the way they've been performing. They finished in the first three positions, and then the men finished in the finals, the under 20. So we need to see progress, especially at all underage tournaments, and there is need for a center where we can come and at least find this talent. When this talent is available, they can go camping, they can go training. When you have facilitators all the way from FIFA or from other countries that come and they are trying to impart more into our boys, they need to have a center other than the Njeru Technical Center. We need to have a variety of them where we can at least have them, because some of these kids have programs. For example, they have school programs, so you need a place where they can go have their school and then come back, and then it is easy for them. So that is why such centers have to be redistributed. And what happens if you're FUFA and you misuse the funds that were given to you by a body like FIFA, then you always have a challenge, of course, asking for more funds, and sometimes they won't really allocate to you the funds that they're supposed to be allocating to you. So that is why it's very important for us to have this project as a success, and we're waiting to see how FUFA are going to be managing it. But all in all, I believe it's going to be a success, and I believe that with time we will see the construction just kickstarting. You already know that this project has been criticized by a lot of people, but that is the sole reason why the Contractor stalled, because monies that were supposed to be developing the second phase or the other phase stopped coming. But we expect as soon as possible, when the funds are coming in, then we expect the progress to go in there. Of course, President Museveni also through the parliamentary committee came out and requested that is Mr. Peter Ogwang, the Minister for State for Sports, to go and evaluate the different training centers. Do you remember in the bid to host the 2027 African Cup of Nations, we needed training centers around the big stadiums, and of course Mandela National Stadium. We expected the likes of the training centers in Nambole, the Chambogo University Football Ground, Mutesa 2 Stadium in Wankurukuku, and the Makerere University Football Field to act as support centers in there. Nachivo Stadium, you expect Lugogo Stadium, Makindye Military Offices, that is a mess ground, Old Kampala Secondary School grounds, Kadiba Stadium as well, to help out in the training in there. So if Kadiba is completed, we expect it to be one of the stadiums that will be used as training facilities in bid to, of course, improve the hosting when it comes to 2027. So we expect, of course, approximately something like 110 billion Ugandan shillings for constructing of over 11 training centers, according to the budgetary committee that came out, of course, and confirmed that the National Council of Sports needs that kind of money for them to develop the game. So if you've been asking where the Kadiba Stadium and why the progress is really stalling, it has been initially because of the money that was supposed to be forwarded in, coming in from FIFA, that was supposed to be funding the project. So that is why you've been seeing the slow progress, and we expect it to be kickstarting as soon as possible. That is the update from Kadiba Stadium. For all those that have been asking, I managed to really get that information, of course, courtesy of FUFA, that came out and gave us a little bit of the leeway when it comes to that kind of information. If you really want to know more about the other stories coming in from the world of sports and the other stadiums in Uganda, you can go and check out our latest videos that have been put there for you to really understand where we are going, especially build up to the 2027 African Cup of Nations.